What's up, everybody? I'm glad that y'all are back. I appreciate y'all for continuing to show up. I enjoy having these, these little talks, discussions of about whatever I got going on. My sleeves are a little weird right now. And speaking of that, I didn't really have much going on today. I was at work and really didn't have anything other than like actual work stuff to deal with. We were going to do a second night of crab because yesterday Michaela made some exquisite crab, but it was on sale. So when we went back today, it was no longer on sale. It was like double the price, legitimately double the price. Practically said, hell no. So we didn't do that. But throughout the day, I had realized that a lot of people are like really tripping on like this ban on TikTok. And I believe it's a few days from now, right? And I understand why people want to keep it around. A lot of people give you very are more in-depth, news resources with details and what's actually going on in the world rather than dealing with like, what you see on TV. And it had me thinking like if the fact that the ban is kind of wildly like I'm not I'm gonna be put on the side of it's kind of absurd that we're banning an app that people a mass amount of people utilize not only for entertainment but educational purposes and have made a living off that, mind you. Like that's another thing. Like people have blown up, bettered their lives, and ended up making a living off creating things on TikTok. Now, mind you, yes, there are some things on there. There's people, specific types of content being created that probably just questionable, and then there's some that just should not be on an app where they're children present, little tykes, little youngins. But with anything major, there's going to be, a few flaws. So I understand that. I'm not on the side of banning the app. I think that's, again, absurd. But then it had me, like, going into the fact that if the ban actually happens, like, what could that mean for those individuals that have made a living on there, right? Have they, like, even locked in or started a transfer, like moving to Instagram or YouTube for that matter. And like I would hate to see YouTube get so much more like, I'm all about change, I'm all about growth, but everything from TikTok coming over to YouTube is what I'm trying to get at essentially. And then it's just filled with all this hectic craziness, and I know that the algorithm helps filter through and tries its damnedest to get content to the specific people that it was made for. I don't know, like I guess what I'm trying to say is like do you what do y'all think? Like, do you think TikTok's actually going to be banned, and if so, like what do you think that means for other platforms? Do you think Instagram, Facebook, YouTube specifically, like do you think they'll capitalize on that fact, or do you think that the actual creators on the app will try to capitalize on the other social platforms, which and therefore yes make it much more popular, and for the people that have already been on there, and then I've like possibly you or that have been starting to get into it before the ban happened, like do you think it's going to get a little overcrowded? Do you think it's going to be beneficial? Like That's what I'm trying. I think it'll be beneficial because there's going to be a lot more people engaging with YouTube, because I think Instagram and YouTube have just become like specific apps for short term, or not short term, um, short form content, right? Like anything more than like a minute and 15 seconds max, and you know, you'll get the occasional 3 minute or whatever, but you get what I'm saying. Short form content has been mainly utilized on Instagram and TikTok. And I know YouTube implemented shorts, and that helps channels, you know, bring an audience in because it's much easier to just scroll through, you know, little minute long videos and such. A tool that I should probably be utilizing much more than I do now. Like, I had started for like a week and I was doing like 1 or 2 videos a day, and then it just stopped. But anyways, like, I see it being a benefit that, you know, like a mass majority transfer out of TikTok move towards Instagram or YouTube, because, you know, it just will increase the activity on the app. It will, you know, demand more people to actually be more consistent, or, you know, those that just kind of like me in the past wanted to do it, and then, you know, seeing how much work goes into it, and then get discouraged on like what I'm not getting from the lack of work that I was putting in, and then just stop altogether. So yeah, it's this is going to be interesting to see how this plays out, because that's practically what I've been pondering on all day. And I kind of want to see how this goes. I did hear that the ban won't happen they if they sell the app, or I think it was change it. I think I'm pretty sure it was if you sold it. So yeah, I don't know. What do y'all think is going to happen? Do you think TikTok will sell? Do you think it's going to get banned? People are going to, you know, move to YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or is some perfectly timed other platform going to arise and, you know, take over that pillar TikTok had built itself? I mean, like, anything's possible, right? I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been on today, and what's kind of been on my mind. And I'm wondering how it's going to play out. And, you know, I guess only time will tell, and we'll see where this goes. The only drawback that I thought would happen if people transfer over to YouTube is that it might get overcrowded, and then that might fluster individuals that have been trying, you know, because I know YouTube, like, there's that whole YouTube's pushing smaller channels, the algorithms pushing small channels are getting monetized within a, you know, a very short period of time. And you can always tell because their subscriber count will be low, but their views will be extremely high. And then there'll be some with high subscribers, but views are kind of like, that doesn't add up. Why are those views a little short? And it's just, you know, how everything's put in place, you know, like your title, thumbnail, description, stuff like that. Everything that, you know, you kind of figure out as you do research on YouTube specifically. And given the fact that I'm still in the beginning stages of all this, I had that sitting in the back of my mind, like, it's going to get overcrowded and, you know, make it much harder for me to do what it is I'm doing to gain traction on YouTube, rather than thinking like, oh, there's more people, I can keep doing what I'm doing because there's going to be more people to watch. So it really kind of just depends on how this is all going to play out, and we'll just go from there, you know, and we'll figure it out as the days go by. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Or have you had success on TikTok yourself? Like, have you've gained like a community, an audience, you know, a following on TikTok. How much does this impact, you know, your life? How much has this frustrated you that, you know, your whole empire that you had built, you know, if you've gained that following on TikTok, how much is this affecting you, you know? And I hope that mentally, like, you're dealing with this and, you know, just plan an action to, you know, take, if it does, unfortunately, you know, get banned, just take it to the chin, come up with a new game plan, and I wish nothing but the best for you. But yeah, you know, let me know your guys' thoughts, what your opinions are, how you view this whole situation, and what you think is going to happen, right? Because it's kind of all up in the air. And it's not really in anybody's hands, I guess, except for TikTok. I don't know, but I mean, there could be more details. I just have not really kept up on it. I just kind of overhear other people talking about it, and it's kind of all over Instagram. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna wrap this one up because I just didn't have much going on. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we have, you know, a much more productive day, and we'll see how it goes. See how it's, oh, and before I forget, if you are new here and, you know, you're planning on sticking around, or you're not fully sold on it yet, I would definitely go check out, you know, the last few videos, see if, you know, anything's kind of drawing you in. If not, you know, that's okay. I appreciate you for, you know, trying at least and seeing what was good and, you know, what I had going on this end of the lens. And I guess the only thing left would be to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and, you know, I'll keep you updated every time I post because you'll be subscribed, right? And then don't forget to leave a comment. Leave me a comment, you know what I'm saying? And if you guys have been returning to, you know, the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, just go ahead. Just go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? Just, it's right there. It's right there. You don't even have to go out of your way to just bing, you know what I mean? And yeah, remember to keep your friends close, but your demon closer. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow.